UV'd it onto a cube. I hope that makes sense. I don't know
Oh,
how.
it's
I
a
don't know.
cube.
I don't know the
Yeah.
technical ways of saying it, but that's how I got it to be 3D.
Okay.
And then since I had forgotten my name, I couldn't really go back and add it without starting over from the beginning. So the name is just using
your own name?
Builder. What's that?
Is you forgot your own name?
Well, no, I wasn't. I didn't put my name on there because I didn't consider myself part of it. I put the main people, with the exception of one person that I forgot. I didn't forget you last night, Brandon 10, in
Wish
the interview with Simple. Anyway, so but it was mentioned that I should put my name on there. So my name is using text in Blender, and then I added. So it's a separate. My name is a separate file, and it's that one that's like 13,000 triangles. Otherwise, it has barely any.
Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe somebody with more Blender skills can help Existence out with this.
Yeah, and I think for just getting the triangles down, if you just sent it to us, we can take care of it from there. I think that's something super easy on our end to do.
Do you want me to create the one for Brandon as well then?
If you can put it on there, that would make it look probably the most seamless.
Well, it would be like the same as my name would be.
Yeah. If you can do that, and then either just send the DLB or just take a screenshot of it, and we can turn that into like a frame.
So those two names will just be separate and need attached to it. Okay, I'm looking for the picture of it. All right.
Okay, builder team, are you ready to possibly hate me? There was an idea that I kind of brought up last night.
Okay.
What are the possibilities of like making a wall for our sponsors, like everyone that contributed, like either music?
Like it can be easy.
Never.
No, it exists.
No.
I've sent it.
Oh.
It's in the chat.
Oh, you already did it? Okay,
Yes.
okay, cool.
It needs to be finalized for when we get all of the sponsors in. But it's in the long message.
I don't know if it would I don't know if it would be easy or save space, but you have the whole back of the wall that I put you guys on if you wanted to add to that. Just a thought or suggestion.
I think also so the build that I'm creating, it's going to be up in the air. And then Madamus was saying that he could put a teleport in. So part of the scene that I'm still building out and the story that we're telling is like, how do you get to the build? And so that would be a really easy way to have it on the ground to kind of explain little history of who we are and have that wall. Thank you, our sponsors. Like that would all be really cool. They walk through that and then they get to the teleport, and that's what takes them up to the party. So then everybody would not have to, but like you would have to walk past it to see, to get to the final scene.
So the thank you doesn't have a lot of space for more copy based on the current size ratio that it's at. It would have to probably adjust graphically based on the cube if we're doing like full square instead of rectangle, because I did it as a rectangle thinking that it was a wall and maybe it would be rectangular. I don't know what I was thinking. But so I can adjust that. And then if we want another, I don't know if there's an extra side that we have space for it to be able to say like this is a little bit of the history and come celebrate with us, click the teleport with an arrow or something. I can design that out too. I just need to know, is it a cube, like legit cube, like square? Because I have to adjust my sizes for the graphics and everything. So I just need a visual of the cube so I can see it. You can share that image, for instance.
Me or because I am streaming, so
I don't know if assistance.
Okay.
So okay, I've in the chat I've sent the picture of the wall.
Oh, okay, hold on.
I've set my name, that's a GLB, and I'm looking for the correct wall GLB to send. And then I'll go create Brandon's. That can be added.
Okay.
Because then I don't know, Madamus is probably like a guru and I could send all these files and he can put them all together. Or I can get all of this put together in one Blender file to send over. I only have deployed through the builder. And so Madamus, you can tell us too, like if there's a better way that you think that you,
if you can like export them into Builder and like position them,
Okay.
that'll save me time having to position them, and then like whenever you have all the models in and in their positions, just send the Builder file over, and then I'll do all the extra stuff.
Okay, perfect. That will be helpful because I've got like moving laser lights, but I'm like, I don't know if we even want those or if you have something better. Just
Yep.
okay.
Yeah.
I know, and I want to do that as well.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it's either that like it needs to all get done in Blender and then sent over, or then like it puts more work on the SDK side with the combining of the scenes. So it's just whoever has the capability and timing. So I'll let y'all figure that out amongst yourselves on which is the best. But I just want to get back to so existence. What you sent looks like it's one side of the wall of a cube potentially.
That's what I used for the UV. I wrapped it onto a cube.
Oh, so that goes on all sides. I see.
It's but the next file I sent is my name in a GLB, and then the next one is the wall after I had it put onto the cube so that it would be 3-dimensional with a collider.
Okay. Somebody, yeah, I just don't have time to open up the GLB and
No, I
screenshot.
got it. I got it.
So if somebody can do that, just so I have a visual of what this cube looks like, I can
Can do
adjust
that
my
too.
graphics to go on it as well.
Actually, yeah, if you want to do that existence, I'm reloading the scene right now just to test it out.
I got to go in there anyway to do Brandon's name. So.
Sweet. So, okay, we can figure the cube out. I can adjust my graphic to be any dimensions, but it'll, depending on how different it is, it'll take me longer just to redo the layout. Once you kind of lock a grid and a layout, it's hard to have to do it over again sometimes. But I will adjust that. And then if we want another graphic to tell a little bit of the history, I can also create that, but I'll probably have to be like late tonight. Maybe another 30 in the morning.
Oh, I can do that. Or somebody else.
Do you know Photoshop?
Yeah, I mean, are you just looking for a graphic with like a picture and text?
Well, it's what you, I mean, it was your idea.
Yeah, like I would, yeah, like I would, I use, what is it? But yeah, I got that.
Because if you know Photoshop, I can send you like one of the PSDs for what I've done for the graphics, and you can adjust that however you want. But I don't want to give you another file in a program you may not know and confuse you.
Yeah, don't worry about it then. Yeah.
Okay.
Or just send me a screenshot of like the example you're thinking. And
Oh, it would just be in the design of like all of our graphics we've been sharing with the browser sort of window.
Yeah, because I was thinking of just having like an area you walk through and it's pictures of every, like try to include pictures of the community, like different you know, kind of all the pictures that are being shared right now. Just put those in the scene. But yeah, I'm not sure if that's like going to be an issue once I send Madamus the file.
Well, for Madamus, like once you have the image frame there and you put like you can put in the same image like 30 times, it's just a matter of copying and pasting a new link for Madamus.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't be, I'm sorry to speak for you, Madamus, but in my experience, it shouldn't be too difficult. It would just take the time it takes to copy and paste all of those links to the proper images. And then you would need to upload those to like NFT storage.
Yeah, that's how I would do it.
Yeah. Okay.
If you check my screen, you'll see the 3D, the cube, or how it's set up in Blender,
Oh, that's cool.
which is
All
the
right,
file
can
that
you
I
hear me?
also sent.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can hear you.
Sorry.
Yes.
Okay, I was muted. For the images, can you do a folder on NFT storage?
Oh, I didn't know you could do that.
I don't know. I'm asking. Like,
No,
do you know if you can?
I believe you can. I believe you can. I haven't tried it, but I believe you can.
Hold on.
If we put them all up as separate images, I can just make something that you can like scroll through all the images that we get. If you don't want to make like a collage of them, we could do something like that. Maybe like 5 frames at once that all like randomly rotate through the
Oh,
list of
yeah.
images, or
That'd be
like
cool.
something like that.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I can always put them in my S3 bucket or something too, and then just like get all files in the folder, and then just like randomly go through them or toggle them. Mhm. Yeah, so wherever we host them, maybe yeah, if we have them all in a folder, I think I can just like randomly shuffle through them if you guys would rather do that.
This is a downloadable app for desktop, by the way. When you upload directories. Just calling that out.
How many images do you guys have? Just curious.
I mean, we could have whatever you want. We could do 5. We could do 50. Like, I think.
We have the
Yeah.
we have the share photos channel, and people have just been sharing photos, so
Oh,
it's
okay.
kind of like whatever looks good in the space. I'm leaving that up to Canessa because you've been
Yeah,
so
and I'm.
to the build.
And I
And
think-
Argent, because Argent's working on the other build and has put in
Yeah.
frames for images as well.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
I think it would just
Yeah.
come down to, like time and how much like resources to. Yeah. Basically. Go ahead, Arjun.
It's just a matter of
Like here?
organizing, getting it all
Yeah.
organized. So when it goes to Madamus, if he has to put in the links, it's like super clear what goes where.
I was putting as example of where it can be some of the pictures. If there is going to be pictures, we can set it like in here, and if it's near, if it's needed more, even in here up.
Yeah, so I think Canessa, you and Argent should connect on images and which ones you want in your build and which one you want in Argent's build. And then you guys can actually just start uploading that stuff to NFT storage and inputting it into your, well, I guess you're in Blender, you're not in Builder. But if you're in Builder, Canessa, you can input the link there so that when you export your zip, all the links should already be in there for Madamus. And then Argent's will have to be placed in. Have to be coded in, I mean.
Yeah, I mean, if we want to just do like random images from the list, I can probably make something with SDK that just like throws up all these frames with different images each time.
That might be good because I think any of the images are good. Like I don't. I'm trying to think. Like maybe we would have one specific one as like CBD us, but otherwise I think it could just be all of them. Like I'm thinking that one that I have as my banner on Twitter, it's like a bunch of us. We haven't taken a group shot for CBD, so
Oh yeah, we need to do that. We did for Fractilians, but not everybody was there, right?
No, well,
we?
I was no,
I don't know.
yeah. I don't know. I arrived later.
Yeah. I think whatever we got, whatever we got is, at least for me, I'm like, whatever we got is good. I'm gonna be happy with it.
Well, whatever
Yeah.
happens, like they just need to be uploaded somewhere and organized, so
Yeah.
it makes sense for everybody. So, however y'all want to do that, Madam S, if you have a way that is best for you, since you're going to be sort of the last person to kind of touch this.
Yeah, if we just have someone collecting them from share photos and getting them all into like a folder, then we'll figure out where to put them.
Would it be better to upload them to NFT storage and have the links? Like someone can make a quick spreadsheet and drop the images in and the links for the images.
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to do what's going to be faster. Like if they're all in a folder somewhere, I think I can just programmatically get them so we don't have to maintain like the whole list of each URL, which would be
Okay.
quicker.
And that's fine. I would say then, Canessa, Argent, Odd, if you guys want to connect on imagery selects and then get that into a folder and get that sent to Madamus, that works for me.
Side note, I think we just found another FAFO concept in the future and would love to help, where we create a website that's available to everybody that allows you to upload images to NFT storage, but saves those image locations to a wallet address. And then we create a library for you to use in your SDK that links to your wallet, and we'll pull all of those images, and then you can rotate them or just choose which ones.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Yeah, we would save all of those image links. We would upload the images, get the links, save them to a Firestore database under a wallet. And then in your code, that's how you refer back to that wallet, is you just type in that wallet in the code, and it will pull all those images and rotate if you want, or randomize, or you could set the settings, etc.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. Okay. To keep going, let me go back to the channel and to my notes. Give me just a second.
If you look at my screen right now, I'm showing you the extras I added. The file, the GLB file is just the wall,
Mhm.
but that one has my name on it already.
Can
Otherwise,
you rotate around it?
Yep.
Is it just one side?
yeah, the names are not on the back. It's oops, wrong.
Can you rotate
screen.
around the scene? I just want to see the sides and the back. Because it looks like it's a wall, like a flat wall, more of a rectangle than a square. Okay. Yeah, that might be just better as a frame, an image frame.
Yeah, for triangles, because I think the scene is at 50,000 triangles. I don't know how much Madamus's coding will use, and I have 90,000 to work with.
Yeah. So, if we can just get is the image texture what you sent existence at 1246? Is that the highest res? Or you're gonna send another one, right? Because you gotta add other names to it.
Oh yeah, I could do. Yeah, I should be able to do that then. If you're gonna, yeah.
Yeah. So I just think
Just want the image file and yes.
just to make
Okay.
it faster. Appreciate the wall and the GLB being made. But I
Well,
think,
that was my learning experience too. So I'm happy that it's gonna be included. I'm just happy
Yeah.
about that. So,
Yeah.
all right.
Um,
Yep. That shouldn't take long at all.
Sweet. And we can maybe make like a pseudo cube and just put like a frame against a frame against a frame.
Yeah, it used very few triangles until I threw my name on there. That's when it.
Oh,
But-
Yeah.
And
Well,
somebody showed me decimate, but it didn't reduce it by very much, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm gonna add text for my name and Brandon's, and then, or what do you mean on
Like-
my cube?
how are you editing the texture, like with all the names?
That was a UV wrap.
But how did you create that before you UV? Yeah.
The original image I did on Photoscape.
Okay. So
Yep. Brandon.
Yep.
Yeah. So it'll just be a PNG image.
Yep.
Yes. Okay. Yep.
just try to give us the highest resolution,
Okay.
one you can get. That's not too large file size.
Perfect.
Dirty
Um,
little secret: the poly count is not enforced, so don't worry about trying to get
Right.
under 90,000. Just
I forgot it's on the SDK. Okay, let's add some more shit.
I would say don't go over 2x, especially if you're in a busy area, but definitely go over the limit.
Okay, no, it's a quiet neighborhood. My
what?
neighbors,
Wait, what?
they don't do
Wait,
much.
what? Wait, what? I am hearing that no limit to poly count.
well,
When you use the SDK, the only limits are the file size and the scene boundaries. They don't enforce the poly count.
Yeah, but after when you have to deploy,
From the SDK, they do not check that.
wait, what?
Yes,
if
Argent.
if
Is
you
that-
have
is
something
it-
really
I
crazy
was, I
and a lot
was,
of people are there, it will be really laggy. So it's always good to try and keep it down, but
okay.
And I feel like we
Because-
should try because it's just a hunch that this alpha hash effect fucks with the scene. Like it could be, I could be wrong, but it seems like it slows everything down.
that's
When
why I
you're-
want to test it the day before and get it deployed and it be final on the 26th, and then we can all go in and just try to break it and shit.
Well, if you
Yeah.
if anybody's in world, you can refresh and come break it now. Because a couple
Yes.
people, Derek found it. Y'all are just standing down.
I mean, that's how it is when you're building for any of the temple events. People show up to your builds if you're not doing it in like a test area. How
Like,
Bubble World was. I was like, don't mind, it's not done.
Yeah, I keep modifying the effects, so even the way it looks now is like, I mean, I don't know, you just don't know what you're gonna get with this. So it's so awesome. Like standing in one of the bubbles. I'm like, I haven't seen this look before. KJ's pants that I'm wearing look so crazy. So even the clothes that you wear changes your experience.
Okay, I'm here.
It's weird. The entryway is just I need like easy access. No teleports for me.
I was gonna say it feels very Canessa that there's like a long ramp. Feeling
Simple long ramp. Yep. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Oh, it
TK.
does make you look different.
Let
Yeah.
me see it.
It's like a posterize effect in Photoshop.
Yeah. So within the bubble, I've made there's like multiple dance
Whoa.
with.
This is gonna probably
Yeah.
trip the computers
It's-
out.
You just got to refresh to get to the new scene. So I can see like look above you guys. If you're in scene, we're all above you because we're on a different scene. I like over deployed.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't
Negative
see it.
89,
Where are
negative
you?
85.
-89, -85. We're gonna tattoo that on us. Yeah, right above you. Or if you're there, I'm above. I see mods down there.
Yeah.
And then
Looks like Taylor's
within
found us too.
within the orb where we gain our power for collaboration from the I haven't made that bullshit up. Never mind. Anyway, within that, there's multiple dance floors and different ramps to go up, but you can barely see them. So, and then this is where people will be dropped right into the scene, pretty much in like chaos, and they might be a little disoriented because it actually kind of gives me a headache being in here. But hopefully, I don't know if we have to have one of those waivers that like if you are prone to seizures, please be careful.
Had a sign.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you can come out of it. You don't have to be
You
stuck
can,
in it.
yeah. But when you drop in, the way that I've created this, you will be dropped into it, and then there's no visible colliders, there's no visible floor, so you're going to be a little disoriented. And I thought that was kind of cool, like to get there and you have to just play with the scene. You're going to be like, oh my god, what the heck, where am I, like why does my screen look broke and funny and weird? And then people slowly realize like, oh, it's because that's the way it's supposed to look. And then they will slowly drop down to like the main area if they walk around and dance, and then they can get back up there. But it's kind of hard to see.
How do I get up to you?
Minus 19, minus 19, minus 95.
89.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Menos 89 y menos 85.
I love it,
Gracias.
Ajab. A
Yes.
plus. A plus.
Menos 89.
Yes, you can jump out the windows.
Menos 85.
I need to put colliders in the windows yet.
No, don't. We like jumping out of windows.
So I was thinking these little booths, if you sit, you can use the sit emote. Those are like lounges, but maybe I guess I was thinking that's where we could have people like take a picture from the booth, but you just take a picture anywhere. It doesn't have to be complicated.
Yeah, it's sick though, the texture that gets added once.
This
like, when
is
you're...
the texturing is all green cipher and Argent. You helped me a lot. But finally, like when green cipher spent a lot of time getting it to work, and so part of like the story, if there is a story, is that we were all on a spaceship traveling space, and we crashed into an asteroid, and the only way to survive is to work together and create a new community, which is why you'll notice like the asteroid is still hot at the core, so like the floor you walk on is molten, and then we had to carve it out with our own fingernails, and that's why you'll see like all of this. But then the nucleatic core from our spontaneous combustion engine is what powers the inside of it. And our love for community is what drives us forward. How's that?
Beautiful, Vanessa.
Thank you. Roses are red, violets are blue. I love my community too.
So this is where the dance floor will be in the center?
Yeah. Like anywhere in this main, core area.
There'll be lights too?
Yeah, there's like lasers that I could add that are they're not super high tech, like I just made them, or whatever Madamus can bring to the scene. So I'll leave that totally up to Madamus.
Yeah, I was gonna use the lasers that you had, and then we can just like trigger them on and off with different stuff happening.
Oh, cool.
I am only gonna flag that this intense center is only gonna get more intense with that.
Oh yeah. That's yeah.
Yeah, it's not like too crazy, like huge flashing strobe lasers or anything. It's just like long, I don't know, like long sphere models. Like it shouldn't be too overwhelming. It'll just add like different stuff popping on and off.
And I think it's something where people would go in, have fun, like rotate their camera around to get the different effects, and then come out if it's too much. That would be my.
Where would the video screen go though? The Mew thing.
Yeah, so there's two different like openings. The side that we came in on, I believe, is the larger one. I have a cone on one side that I use just for marking it. So either, let's see, actually, yeah, I think the cone is actually a smaller, you can't see the difference. Maybe it's not, maybe that's the bigger one. So then the DJ booth might be like right out there. And I could add like parkour to get to it. Like, I think that was kind of where we left off, and there, or if you could jump on the whales to get to it or something. I don't know, like really whatever the group wants.
Okay. So maybe like off in the distance is like the Mew DJ booth with like the screen behind it or something, and we kind of like peer off the edge to see it.
Yeah, I mean, it could be like
You don't want it too far so it's too small.
well, and I don't think you can get it too far because you are actually going to run out of room. The property we're looking at is not mine. Where the heck are we? Because this build is pretty big. Like, if you see the edge of the
The grass?
Yeah, I see we're at like the northwest corner pretty much over here.
So right where I'm standing down on the bottom is like the edge of my property. So that's
I
the
see.
furthest it could come out. And I
Yeah.
think it'd be cool to see it like above, like slightly elevated from the spaceship. And the spaceship's going to be way higher in the air, but like we were saying, not too high that you lose the ground, because if you go too high, everything just, it's just blocky. And then you
Yeah.
lose the appearance of that. So we want to get high, but not too high that we can't function.
And then the idea is that this main area that we're standing on now is where people will be dancing
Yeah.
to that music and stream.
Yeah.
Let's just be aware of how far that distance is from the screen to where people are standing, because again, it'll make the screen really small, even if it is just in the next like room. Unless we make that screen huge. Without seeing it visually, it's hard for me to exactly know what it'll look like, but I trust.
We could also put 2 screens, like if, let's say that the DJ booth was out here right past the cone in the middle, we could have 2 screens on each side, or, I mean, we could bring screens into the scene. I guess also on this other side, I had something maybe that I will put in, but another, like, we could do multiple screens, right, Madamus? Or do we just have...
Yeah.
It doesn't get really laggy for you?
If you're playing the same video on all the screens, it's not so bad.
Okay.
But if you had like multiple clips independently,
That's
it would
something
get...
to cause concern that potentially with a lot of people there and multiple screens.
Or maybe we just make one big screen right in front of CK, and then the DJ booth is next to that. I always like symmetry, so I hate it when it's not like symmetrical. But that's okay. I can live with.
Where is gonna be the DJ booth?
Where I'm standing, like out beyond the round edge of the
Okay. Yes.
build. It'll be like floating or
Good.
attached in some way.
Yeah. Maybe
So-
the screen, yes, maybe the screen is good to have it there also.
Yeah, that's what Kanessa was saying. Okay, well, I think as you start to lay that out, Kanessa, a little bit more, just share some work in progress so we can see it. But I think you've got a plan, and we can just feedback it as we see that. Okay, it looks like Existence sent the updated image. Is that done?
Yes, that include. Well, no, where'd they go? It should have included the me and Brandon's name. I don't see it on there. Let me take a look.
Okay. Okay. Well, so going back to the list, then we'll figure out Kanessa. Once you need to figure out the DJ booth and the screens, and then the stuff that would be on the ground, like the signs.
Yeah.
We'll get you all that stuff today. I will update. You have my graphic. I don't think you need to adjust the size. you can just leave it as that. And then if you want me to make another one that has a little bit of history of, we can just
I
keep
think it's
chatting.
okay. I think I can do that. It's just going to be talking with Madamus about the best way to transfer files. I see Madamus says they're restarting.
Okay.
So we'll
Yeah,
chat.
yeah, no, I'm back. I'm back.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I had a couple more build questions. If
Yeah.
you want to do those now before we move on.
Yeah, for sure.
So was the DJ booth finished, or the sooner I can get that, like I'll just place that in the scene separately, so that I can move that around.
Yeah, 13 is
Um,
here, but they posted it in the birthday channel, I believe, right?
They're
And
doing
I
some
haven't
work right
looked
now.
at
He said he'll be back after that.
Mew.
Okay.
Okay, and yeah, if you could get me like the laser stuff, Ganessa, I can
Yeah.
start working on that. And I wanted to do something where like if somebody claps or emotes like one of the laser fires, then maybe after so many emotes, it does that like crazy spin thing that you had in the first version. I think you
Yeah.
had some kind of animation. So if I could have one file with that animation and then some individual lasers, I can start playing with that
Okay.
as soon as you get those over.
Okay.
And then I don't know if we wanted to do, I was thinking of something like the press four to smoke, but maybe you can like choose from like 4 different things that come out, like maybe a bubble and like a
Oh
Mew
my god, I was like
bubble.
waiting for you to say it. I was like, oh my god, is he gonna say bubble? Is he
A
gonna
Mew
say it?
bubble. I
Yeah,
know
whatever anyone wants to contribute, or maybe like the whimsy flowers. So depending on which one you have selected, or maybe 1, 2, 3, and 4, they can all be separate. But we could have like different models like popping out. If
we
we
could
wanted
have
to
like
do that.
the letter C and then the B and the D, and so you just choose like I'm gonna do C and then you guys do
That
B.
could be cool.
Mhm. So what do you need for the bubble, Animus? Do you have a bubble, or do you want me to send you a bubble?
Yeah, you might have sent me a bubble, but just send a new one. I have like a Sketchfab one from a while ago, but it's better if somebody made it probably.
I
And
made a
then
bubble a while ago. I thought I
Yeah.
yeah, I think he sent me one as well.
Can you resend that on if you have it still?
Yeah, it's a fuck. Yep.
It's been a while.
Is it the
We've been talking
original
about
file?
bubble
Because
for a long time.
I have the file from Kirzaz.
Which file?
You're talking about the bubble, like the Mew bubble, or are you talking about a bubble bubble?
Yeah, the
well,
Mew
he'll
bubble
give
as
you
well.
that,
I was
yeah.
gonna ask for that next.
Yeah,
So
I
yeah,
would-
if you have the Mew bubble,
There's
I'll
a lot
take
of
that.
bubbles here.
Yeah, we were talking about after Madamus did the smoke, I reached out and was like, "Can we do bubbles?" And we've been working on a bubbles version of the smoke.
Okay.
But in addition, he wants to do a Mew bubble one, and
And if we have a C, B, and a D GLBs, I think we should have enough room to work all that in.
Odd, do you happen to have some of those letters? Because I know you've been doing some letters for ABC.
Or the flower crown too. If you want like the flowers to pop out for one of them, we can do that as well.
Sure.
Okay.
So we want the
Or
letters
galaxy
CBD,
boots.
flower crown, and we want a bubble. These are all GLBs that you would like. And what sort of file size limitation do you want for these?
I mean as minimal as possible, because if we but there's no, I think we have enough room with 9 parcels and all the build files. We should have enough space to work whatever in.
Okay, yeah, the letters are going to be, you know, what they're going to be. Like a C is going to be fewer tries than a B. But anyway, I'll try to. The flower crown is, I think it's like 488 triangles, so that's under 5. I'll make sure the bubble. Yeah, I'll just make sure that they're each around 500 tries or less.
Cool. Is my screen sharing now? Oh, I gotta start everything up. And the other thing, I have the stuff to do avatar swaps, so you can give it an address, and it'll get whatever they're currently wearing, and then put up the avatar model rather. So I don't know if we want to like position those around the DJ booth, or like
That would
random
be
places in the
cool.
scene, or like if there's places
That's for
that
people to
those
have
would
like
go.
a mirror of themselves in another avatar.
Yeah, or of us, like whoever we want to
That would
choose
be
at different
cool.
So, like they
places,
change
or like
to us.
what?
Change to one of us.
Yeah.
Would it be like one of us could be sitting in a booth, one of us could be up at the DJ thing? Like, is that what you mean? Like you could pre-program
Yeah,
the
we could just put them
Nope.
around people around different places, or we could be like all in a line behind the DJ booth, like dancers, or I don't know, like whatever kind of, or just on the ground floor, like next to the banner, like just avatars of different people.
That'd be cool.
And in a PNG that is the DCL Mountains at foreground. I don't know if that exists, but I'm sure one of us can find you that.
It's got to be in the GitHub, right? Somewhere.
I don't know if they have like a broken out logo.
Not a logo. I want the mountains that is the foreground in Decentral, like in the game.
What? The mellows?
The mountains.
Oh, this is cool.
Ick.
Madamus, this is, yeah, I love this.
Josh, are you seeing this? Is Josh still here?
Oh, it's fucking dope.
Let me see.
Yeah, so I guess this is going with the other scene, but I have it like when you clap, it shoots confetti. It does the like flipping.
Oh, well.
Oh, yes.
That's fucking awesome.
I love
yeah,
it how like fast. It's like a fucking cannon.
Yes.
That's so funny.
Yes, it should be like
Yeah.
this, like totally over the top. And the more you clap, the more.
God.
it
Can you
does it.
imagine
Yeah.
that with the alpha hash special effect inside it? People are gonna be like, I'm tripping out, man.
Love it.
Madamus, is it just
Yeah,
one?
we do.
Is it one like plane that you are instancing over and over again? For the confetti?
that was just Sketchfab, to be honest. I just found somebody that made that
Oh, cool.
in Blender, and then yeah, there was like a lot of different planes, and I looked at it in Blender, and there was like an animation for every single one, so it seemed like they went through it all somehow.
That's so cool.
Well, they probably did an array and randomize. But anyway,
I
I'm
can
just-
I could open it up, but
yeah.
so
I'm just
yeah,
wondering
right
if
now it's
like
anyone who claps on the scene, it'll shoot out confetti for everyone. So no matter, so
Oh,
if 5 people are
wow.
clapping, it'll shoot out more confetti.
Okay, I love that.
That is awesome.
But I was
Only
gonna
when
do that
somebody
with
finds
lasers.
the whale, right?
Yeah, I don't know if the whale is gonna go in the same scene with all the stuff that's on Canessa's plot right now, or how it's all tied together. But
I love the whale because it is kind of random and that's perfect because
Yeah.
it's so fitting.
Yeah, we should definitely have some whales in the main build as well, so they connect them. We should even maybe make. I know we talked about doing a scavenger hunt, but I don't know if we've actually like planned that. So maybe we just have a teleport, and it could be one of the whales on the main build, and people can go there and then figure out, you know, surprise of how to make the whale within the other build do this.
And I do have a spot that I just haven't added it yet because it kind of got cut off when Greensiver was helping me with the textures. So I'm going to add that back in, but it would be a very good home for a whale. And that would be actually perfect for the whale to live there. So it would be like the 2 openings of this build. I know it's hard to see it because we're looking down on it, but the one giant opening will have the screen and the DJ booth. The other opening would have the whale. So it would incentivize people to kind of explore the build, see different parts of it, interact with the whale.
And then, Madamus,
maybe,
you've seen Argent's build, right? And what we're doing for the other.
yeah, I see it on the stream over there. But
Hey,
were we
hey,
gonna do
hey.
the like the whale stuff in that still, or how did we want to dispense the wearable or to do the giveaway? Like, however we're gonna do that. Were we gonna use a Noah's dispenser, or
Well, we know what the idea of it is, but I don't know how it's going to function because I don't know how you code it. But basically, and sorry to people in here who have not been a part of this project because it's total spoiler right now. But basically you're gonna go in, there's gonna be a bit of a parkour, there's gonna be whales that are moving up and down in the build, and you're gonna ride the whales to get to different levels. And there's gonna be a ton of whales in the space, and you have to go up and emote to the whales. And when you find the right whale, you will be dispensed the wearable and emote. We talked about potentially having 2 different whales, so one for wearable, one for emote. I feel like that might be easier than putting it in both, but I'm not sure the technical background or the back end of it.
We could also deploy multiple places. We could have one, like the same build, exact same build, but just different coding in the whale. I'm sure we can find another 2-piece parcel that somebody would let us deploy for a day. And then like, I mean, that's one option. We do have to kind of
I don't want to take people to
how
do any builds and then lose them, you know?
Yeah, that's true too. We also have to decide how are we going to get, like, are we gonna, I feel like this should, the whale at the 2-piece parcel, it's on my land up by Bosun, that should be like an all-day event, like leading up, kind of getting people stoked, like, hey, go get your free wearable for tonight. Does anybody have input on how they see that playing out?
I guess I saw it being officially released during the 4 to 10 hours, 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. hour range. Because it's like you get it through the parkour.
Yeah, so then we could have a teleport when you get to the main parcel, the main dance floor. There would be like a teleport. Like you get there and say, hey, go grab your wearable. And then up there at Argent's scene, there'd be a teleport. Come back to the party now.
I like it.
Yeah. Because the idea really about the like giving it out through the parkour is so everyone who's sponsored it will obviously be sent it. We're just gonna, mint that out to everyone who's sponsored it, who's been a part of the team building it. And then everybody else will go and do the parkour to get it. And then, we're only listing it at 1 mana for both because we want to make it accessible, right? Then also potentially earn a little bit extra to publish some more stuff. So we don't always have to do sponsorships for all this stuff. But you're not a money-making entity, so we're not trying to do things that charge a lot of money. But I don't know, there could be something after the sort of 4 to 10 hour range where you have it up on that other parcel like you're talking about, and people can just go there too and get it. So we have a window of time that people can go get it for free. We dispense it that way too, but
yeah,
just don't want to add more work to anybody, I guess.
Yeah.
Because the 2 builds is already fun.
So where is the thing gonna go that Argent is working on?
I have to look. I don't have it. -71 117. And Argent, you have build rights to that scene now.
Thank you. I will learn with Matthew, and I guess.
Does that, if it's easier to give the rights to Madamus, we can do that. I guess.
Yeah. I'll just take the model from Blender and then I'll set it up in SDK and do some more stuff. It'll have the platform movement. That'll be an animation in Blender in the file, or
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, the animations are done in Blender. The only thing is how, for example, I do the animation also for the little whale, for what we are seeing or saying of the interactivity of this whale moving towards the building as a parkour element. Yeah.
You have colliders on the whale, right?
And here, no need.
Yeah, well,
no.
That's easy enough.
I mean,
to accomplish. We can just.
Okay, well, just because without colliders, people can't stand on it, right? It'll just be, unless
Yeah.
Josh put gliders in it to begin with, but I don't know if he did.
It'd be so cool if it blew confetti every time you jumped on it, like boo.
It like
Yeah.
farted a little confetti.
Yeah.
Farting confetti.
Everyone's like, "What? I thought it had a blowhole."
Confarty.
Um,
I
Okay,
don't know what the terminology in Blender is, but are all of the animations for all the movements like on the same like animation track essentially, or are they like independent?
Repeat.
Does anybody know what the terminology in Blender is?
The dope sheet.
Like in
makes sense.
Josh's whale, he has like couple of different
like are
he
the
has
movements
different
grouped?
clips. He has idle, key action, and whale
Ah.
controller action,
Mm.
which are all like a different animation.
Animations. Yes. That where you can see those, you mean?
Yeah, and do you have those the animations in Blender already, or you're still gonna add those?
Here is what it happens. So far, there's only one animation in the whale that I
The idle
have.
animation,
I
right?
think he's talking about
Yes,
the
it's
animation.
only
It,
this.
the only one that's on that one is the idle animation. I didn't
Yeah.
include the shape key animation or the third animation, the little flip. Because
Then
Okay, yeah, I'm just concerned when it's in SDK, if there's like 10 moving platforms and 10 animations to trigger. I don't know if it's better to have it all in a single group, or I don't know what it's called, but like a single clip, essentially. A single animation state is what it's called in the
It's an
SDK.
action. So there's
oh,
something
if
called
you
the
if you
action
count
editor.
it,
Go ahead.
count it though, right? You're gonna have the one up top with the idle animation. You're gonna have the platform in this area that Argent's in that goes left or right. The part that moves there, and then you're gonna have two whales, or I don't know how many whales that are gonna be platforms, 2 or 3 inside that are gonna go up and down. Are they also gonna do the idle animation as they go up and down? Is that the idea? Because it's the idle animation whales.
Would you control the up and down? Like if you have the animation file of the idle animation on the whale, would you control the up and down with the SDK? I know that's more work for you, Adamus, but
That's what I'm wondering, like if it's better to just have a whale that has one animation that goes up and down, and then I can just put that in 6 different spots or whatever. We just design it so it's a little bit more structured.
I think that's fine for those because the whales those platforms are only meant to get you from the bottom level up to the second platform or the third platform when you're inside. They're not meant to like trigger anything else. We don't have to do the farting confetti. That was, I think, more just a
Yeah,
nice.
I'll put that in the other build too.
it's a stretch goal.
Or
I kind of love the farting confetti.
But well, so hold on. There's more though. So besides the idle animation up top and the thing that moves left and right on this side that Arjun's working on, is when you go to the proper whale, right? It's gonna trigger this flip and then the confetti. So then you're gonna have those two things as well.
Okay, yeah, I can probably do that. Do we want to make like the one prize whale be like have the blinking animation? Maybe the eyes on all of them are like normal except the special one, which is like blinking or something.
That's what I was thinking. Like, because it would be the one indicator that it would be the one that is the one you're supposed to.
It's the Easter egg that if you catch it, you get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool with me. We don't want to make it like too difficult so people don't get it, but like not too easy that like that was shitty. I'm not gonna do that again.
Yeah, like can bots will they be able to like grab it and farm it in any way?
Well, we've seen Viola running around. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean that depends on like the back end dispenser what we end up going with. I have simple stuff that doesn't only like checks whether they already own one. if we reach out to anyone with something more advanced that wants to help out, then we can enforce more stuff. But
I think just do you already own one is fine with me, right?
how many? There'll be like 1,000 or less.
Oh, it's gonna be common, so
100,000.
100.
yeah.
Okay, so
Like we don't want to make this anything that's like hype, So
yeah.
it's like for everybody.
And the only concern is the gas. So basically, you make a totally separate address because we'll need to take that private key and put it into code in different places. So if we make a separate account and set that as the minter on the wearable, then whenever someone clicks the whale, we just run the mint with that wallet basically. So that
It
needs
should
to
be
say
like
topped up with Matic and
yeah, but not like how much would you recommend we put in there? Because we have extra from people have
it
donated
costs.
more than the sponsorship.
Do we want to like have a gas limit on it? We may be able to use the Decentraland transaction server, but if we're running it from our own account with our own Matic, we might want to like say if it's over 250 Gwei, we just say like come back later. So it's like 0.05 Matic roughly.
How much would it be? 'Cause
Per transfer.
I'll donate just to make sure that like
We've
there's
got enough.
no.
Yeah, we would only need like 10 Matic, like tops. I
We
mean,
only
it's like
needed 600 mana and we're at like 760. So like we're
yeah,
fine. We have enough
we
to
just
cover
need
it.
some
I
of
just need
that
to
in
know how
Matic.
much to put in that account.
I would
Yeah.
say
Saying
yes, Madamus. It's a good idea to put a limit on it. Just
Maybe
so
like even 500.
yeah, that's just pick a limit, put it on there, because people need to realize that even though it's minimal, it still costs something. So if Pepe goes crazy or if Roni goes crazy or whatever, we want to be able to cover ourselves. So
Yeah, exactly. And like, the parkour thing will really only be up, for like a couple days. We're not gonna necessarily leave it up forever, right? Because Canessa probably use that land for other things at some point.
There's no timeline. Like Amaro from Lebanon has been using it, and they had a art show for artists in with illegal art that can't be shown in their world or in their world, like crossing my paths are crossing in their country. And so I have no plans, nothing's going in it. So we could leave it up for a week. It'd be a cool like I don't know, unless people just come and farm it out, then maybe not. Maybe that's not.
Well, you will just have to keep an eye on it. And if we start to see people do that, then
I would say it would be a good thing to do a side deploy to like a DCL world. After it's been in world and Amaro needs to, they're gonna put their stuff back in DCL.
They're done. They're done. So I have nothing is going into that scene.
Okay, then
I have it in the code that like it's only active for a certain time.
yeah, let's just put a window on it, and then we can rediscuss that window after the fact. We just got to get to Saturday, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So
even if nothing else, we could disable it. Like if we didn't want to dispense, we could disable it, but leave the scene there just to get, just to leave eyes on CBD.
Yeah, that should just be an easy off on, right, Matt?
Sorry, which part?
Like if we want to stop dispensing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll either just do a date range and then have like a way to just turn it off whenever.
Okay. Cool.
What
We
else?
reground ourselves a bit in where we're at. Main build. Canessa's gonna add the DJ booth, the screens. We're gonna add the image frames as well, right, for the pictures.
Yeah, I'll add all that. I just need the models.
Okay. Odd is gonna work on the folders of the images with Canessa and Argent, so they can make selects. Get you that. All build files ideally will be given to Madamus tomorrow, latest, if we can do that, if that works for everybody. Argent, you will continue to put in the whales, right? The decoy whales.
Yeah, I have one set, but I wanted to first finish the swimming pool.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I'll do the whales with SDK.
all
The
the
little
whale,
ones
like all the
around.
whale placements.
Maybe if someone can just make like a positions list, but I don't think so. Like I'll just space them out randomly and kind of
Okay.
maybe wiggle them around or something. I'll figure it out.
Then I
Maybe
don't put
place,
the wheels in here.
maybe place the 3 that'll be the platforms that, or however many you want to put, that'll be the ones that go up and down. So Madamus has that, and then yeah, you can randomize Madamus from there if you want.
Yep, sounds good.
And I have the completed picture in there. And I added one other name to to it as well.
Okay, and that is, I see it. So Canessa, grab that.
And it's like 2000 resolution.
Okay. Yeah, grab that, and then yeah, let me know. I think you're good on all the other graphics then. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll finalize once we close submissions. Should close submissions like tomorrow, 25th the latest.
Is that for the jacket?
That's for everything, just because, well, that's for getting your name
Yeah.
on the wall and the wearable. We have to submit the wearable, right? At least 8
Yeah.
hours before, so we can get it approved and then make sure it's all ready to start minting.
Do we want to do maybe like the wearable from this scene and maybe the emote is like dropped on the main scene? Because with the whale, I was thinking like you could like throw money at the whale and like then it explodes, but only when like 10 people are like throwing the money. So everyone needs to like do it together and then
That is a
kind of like
cool idea.
it like drops it for everyone or like the a
It
bunch of
drops it
whales
for
appear.
everyone doing the emote, right? Not
That would be
not
such a good way to get people to like, hey, I got to get my friend
Yeah.
here. Like,
Yeah. Let's do that.
Johnny, come on, we need you.
How many people would it
Forced-
take?
Forced community.
LOL.
Love each other whether they like it or not.
Yeah, I still have to play with that, like how fast like the meter like fills up versus drains and like how many people you need for each thing. But it could also scale based on like how many people are on the scene. If you have more, it'll take more, but if you have less, it'll take less. And I also had these like balls. This might be kind of cool to do like a
Sweet.
human ball pit,
Yes.
or you have to like stack up like 10 of you to get to a platform and somebody
Oh
hits
my
the
God.
button and then it like all drops or something. I don't know.
That is so cool.
But I don't know. It's just like a lot of different stuff. We can always save these concepts for like other
I
things.
think we should save this for something else just because like
boba tea. Boba tea.
I was like all the bubble things I can think of right now, but that I
Right, so we all
meant
get
that, like,
sucked up in
We
a
need
straw.
we need to kiss,
Yeah.
friends. We need to keep it simple, stupid.
exactly.
No, complicate the shit out of it.
No, we need to get.
I like the okay. So we're confirmed. Then we'll do the wearable in the Argent build, and then we'll do the emo at the main build. I like the collective thing. I think whatever numbers you decide, I'm cool with. Whatever makes it accessible, like the most accessible. That's my choice. So whatever y'all
Do we
decide.
wanna like drop the emote like a lot of times so people can like share it with people who don't have it later, or just still limit that one?
I think one per
Okay.
now.
Yeah, I think it's kind of cool to have it limited because if we do more,
Yeah.
I
you
don't.
can
I mean,
keep
it
it.
kind of gets.
Giveaways and stuff later, like it's only gonna be 1 mana, so it's not like
Mm.
we'll probably like we'll buy a few, I imagine. I will probably buy some, even though like I sponsored it and all that stuff. So I don't know. I just think it just needs to be really accessible. It's for all.
Okay, yeah, I'll keep it at one per wallet, so even if you're like helping other people get it, and then you click on it, it'll say, "Oh, you already have this."
Yeah,
Nice. Yeah.
because people will bring their alts in. I mean, people will.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like
That's
it as
cheaper.
the idea, yeah, as the sit emote from Studio Sparkles. It's like we take people there so they can get the sit emote, so they can sit. It's sort of
So
like
I am working on a different I'm working on something that will be a little bit more, well, it will be a permanent dedicated CBD spot. You know how like this scene always changes out?
Yeah.
So that is something that we can have kind of similar to that, where, because like where we can actually get people connected, and almost like a decentralized, like in-world version of the Discord, where you'd come in and you'd, you know, be able to find a link to the Discord and then our Twitters, and yeah. But I want to surprise you guys. I want you guys to be surprised because you're all working hard, but that could be something that we deploy there too. I'm just not quite on it yet today, but soon.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited for that. But yeah, I mean, we've got a lot going on with this, so no pressure for you to be doing anything with that. If we want to keep going along, so it looks like we're good with build. Everyone, let's just keep chugging along. I'll keep bugging y'all over the next 2 days. Would love to deploy both parcels on the 26th for us to test and play with and break, in case there's anything that comes up. And then, you know, obviously we'll, hopefully when we finish it, if there's not much to fix or if nothing to fix, then it's just live and ready for the following day. And we can just like set timings for certain of the dispensers, so those don't start until a certain time. Let's jump into then the emote. Odd, you sent the GLBs to Sin, just confirming that you have seen Google Doc with the name of it, which it looked like community really liked the chatty chat. Based on general chat that one day. So you have all the information to fill out the selection, which you can go ahead and start that if you haven't already.
Okay.
Wearable, I have provided the names in the channel. I saw Brandon was asking about the mountains and stuff, so let me know if you are able to find that, Brandon. If not,
I just made my own.
okay, I was gonna say I could probably help you make that quickly enough. Yep, of course. And then the only thing that's gonna get a little hairy is the submissions and finalizing the names. Because any assets that have that stuff won't be able to be finalized until the submissions close. So I'd like to potentially close those tomorrow if we feel good about it, but I also want to be able to give people time because I know it is today and tomorrow that we have left. So continue to do your outreach for DJs and sponsors if we haven't gotten those yet.
Do I have to do something?
So in order to get your name on the wearable, you have to pay the 13 mana sponsorship and fill out the form. And the form is just so we have your name and we can confirm the polyscan link because we want mana on Polygon preferred. If not, you know, it's not the end of the world. We can take it on ETH, but obviously we would prefer it on Polygon. And then, yeah, fill out the form so we have your information, and then we'll get your name on the thank you sign. We'll get your name on the wearable itself. Those of us who've been building and creating on the team, we are putting our logos on it as opposed to our names. So, if you have a logo and stuff, we'll need to get logos from everybody to give to Brandon.
Okay.
Yeah, making that layout right now. It's. I mean, we have room for.
I had to step away for a little bit, so I missed a little bit. But CK, if you have any non-technical stuff that you need help with, let me know.
Yeah, well, just apply your logo. I think that's all we need for right now. And then any just continued outreach on sponsorship or wearables. So, want to tweet or outreach anybody, DM them.
How
perfect? How are we on music, people?
Okay, so update on music. We have 5 responses. I've reached out to Stony. It's looking like he wants to play maybe later in the afternoon. I did reach out to hey, by the way, Existence, was it you that may have suggested this gig to someone? To Javon? I think that's how you say his name. How do you pronounce it? Jovaun.
Yeah, Yeah, I thought it was Javon, but I'm not sure. I haven't
Okay.
spoken to this person.
I emailed them like an hour
I
ago.
posted it in a couple.
Go ahead.
I posted it in a couple Twitter groups that I'm in that has musicians.
Oh,
So
cool.
it could be somebody I'm not familiar with, but could very well probably have come through me. I will see if I can go find more on them.
It doesn't seem like they have a Twitter. It's more of a Instagram, or they're as active on Twitter. It's their Instagram that has like 10K followers.
Then
but
I would not know. I hate Instagram.
I did message them. I messaged them on both Instagram and I emailed them about an hour ago. So we'll see.
Is category
on
5
that.
one of them?
I haven't reached out to category 5. So if you would like to kind of reach out and send them the tweet,
I did. I sent him it. I just wanted to know if he had completed it or not. I will remind him then.
No, he has not. I did reach out to Gucci and he said that he will be filling it out today and providing, content.
Steve I did, right?
Steve Tsai did as well, yes.
Okay. He supplied music tracks, yeah.
I had mentioned to Tank Poco to fill out the form and submit the set for DJ Henny that she wants to contribute. So she will be doing that like either later or whenever the set is turned in to her. And as far as let's see, Buffalo, he has provided like 20 hours, or not 20 hours, 20 songs of his music that we can use as freely as possible. He hasn't submitted a response to the tweet. It seems like it's some people just don't want to do it and like are like submitting the stuff like personally.
Well, I mean, you can submit.
That I know have that.
If you want, you can submit for Buffalo if he sent you like a link to his music. I know Billy hasn't also submitted yet, but he's gonna do it. Like he's like, I'm gonna record it tomorrow, something, and then get you that pre-record. So Billy will have something. So that's why I keep trying to mention it, even though he's not in the spreadsheet either. But if we know people confirmed, like, yeah, we can just fill it out for them as long as we have all their information. I just wanted to avoid doing it like saying that in the beginning because I didn't want us to get bogged down with all that when the form just does it for us.
Totally. All right. I'll fill it out for Buffalo then. I do have the link he provided them for me.
Then and Billy's gonna provide 1 hour pre-record. So
we have a lot.
Yeah, so I was gonna say from there, Sin, can you try to calculate like the amount of time we have of musics to make sure we have enough for the 6 hours, and then if we need like an extra hour or two, let's like get real heavy on our outreach to see if anybody else wants to provide music.
So I guess I can say Stony would provide at least an hour. He kind of like said he's like open. I don't know. I'll probably have to check back on him, like whether he would want to do 2 hours or maybe him and Sultry would split an hour and go for 2. But that's just another conversation. Okay, so Stony 1 hour. We can say Gucci will be 1 hour as well. DJ Henny will be 1 hour. Billy is 1 hour. And then I believe like Psy, Argent, and Bay submitted like I think you said like 25 minutes around there worth of content.
Yeah.
Plus Buffalo's music. So probably we have like maybe 4.5, maybe around 5 hours.
Okay. Yeah. So we just need another like 1 or 2 DJs if they want to supply a pre-recorder live. For Stony, let's just try to confirm time with him. We'll need to know that for the video.
And I'm sorry, I almost forgot. Cozy actually said that he would love to do something for us. So that's probably another hour or 2.
Cool.
Sick. So let's get that all squared away so we can close submissions.
Guys, let's just go for another 24 hours. It's time. We're ready.
Oh, no.
Sweet.
Yeah, so that's the update on music.
That feels good.
I know. I can do it, or anybody else. Mariana's has been practicing. That would be cool if she did.
DJ?
Yes.
Sure.
She's been practicing.
You know what? It would be cool if she wanted to do it, or like people that like pre-show, like they could, like if people just wanted to do like the pre-show or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll ask her.
Whatever people want to supply, we're just wanting to celebrate us all and highlight us all. This isn't a paid event for anybody, so it's just like really to have fun and see what we can do together.
Yep. Sorry to keep adding on. Art, when I reached out to Art, he said that he would make a set for us or something for us, but then I sent him the file and haven't really heard any word from him. So there's a possibility we may even have Art
That would be cool.
music.
I mean, if we do go over the 6 hours or whatever, like we always keep hanging out, right? If we don't have anywhere to go.
That's
Totally.
more than fine.
It's a Saturday, so like there's usually nothing for us to kind of like jump to. So
If it
yeah,
starts at 4 o'clock Eastern, that's 1 o'clock Pacific. I mean, that would only be ending like 7 o'clock at night on the West Coast, and I'm sure people are gonna want to like keep hanging
I'm also
out.
gonna
Yeah.
speak for Quantum right now. He's been working his ass off on a new song that he's like made a whole video
That's
for.
right.
So
Yeah.
I've been talking to him in the chat. I'm gonna drop him the details so we have another person that would.
yeah.
Bye,
the-
PB, love you.
The reason why I haven't asked Quantum is because I don't know. Like I thought he wanted to do something the 31st
Yeah.
pertaining to that content.
So I told him sneak peek at our thing
Oh, okay, okay.
and then
Teaser, let's go.
party for his thing officially. Boom. That's kind of clutch.
Yes, I love that mega compilation.
So yeah,
go.
I'll let you know when everything's going on here.
That's the update on the soft skill side.
If that's the case, can we get the form filled out at least, even if we don't have the content yet, so that way we can get the names in? Let's try to do that for everybody else that's lagging, at least if we don't have content, because we can always work on the content leading up to. It's just we need to get the names submitted, and I need to know like how they're spelled and what they prefer to be called. And
Sounds good.
Give that.
thank you. Okay, so going back then, I want to jump back to the wearable real fast. I also, in that same Google Doc that the emote details are in, we have the wearable details. I think the last name we finalized that we liked was the year 1 community varsity jacket. And then I put in the CBD 1 year chat a mock-up of what the thumbnail could look like using the design style that we've been using for our graphics. I put in a placeholder varsity jacket that's not ours, so that obviously will be removed once we have model, but I would love any feedback on that. Or
I'm sure everybody has heard by now you can't do logos or anything else in the thumbnails other than your item. So like you might put her face on her hair and she's selling her hair. She can't do that. She has to put a default face and no more logos. So like
when did that happen?
What's that?
When did that happen?
Like 2 weeks ago. Because I published a couple faces and hair and I had to like
May the 4th is when it happened, because when I did the May the 4th auras, sorry to just jump in here, that's like a hard fast date. When we tried to publish that with baby dolls and whatever else, they're like, nope, no logos. So
yeah,
we snuck Roots in last minute, and then I was the last one, bro.
Nice. So it doesn't affect us. Just something to consider. Just
so yeah, Josh is working on the structure right now. I am making the PNG thing for the texturing, and I'm leaving wiggle room, but right now I'll put it in the chat what the layout looks like.
Sick. Okay, so then Kanessa, based on what you're saying, I assume I need to adjust the thumbnail.
yeah, and then they wanted it and you can look at the ones that I published, their mythics and their faces and heads, and they wanted it to not touch the borders.
Yeah, they told me that. That was one thing from Fashion Week that I had to crop in, like no full bleed.
Yeah. But otherwise, just no logos. Only one item, only the item you're selling. I'm actually surprised they let me do it, and I was like, I was afraid they're gonna just make me do a hideous helmet. But they were good. Yeah, that's it. And emotes.
Looks good,
Emotes
Brandon.
are changing actually. Like they let Manadees go through without the whole thing showing, and they've told me before that you can't just have like half of the torso. You have to have the whole body.
Then
And-
why
and the-
allow? Then yeah, that's just stupid because you can crop it using the tools that are in there for
I know.
the
Yeah.
for the
Yeah.
emote,
It
Yeah.
doesn't-
and it helps
Mm.
It allows us to do
differentiate.
something if you don't want us to do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they need to have a better way of doing it. Like if you're submitting an ice skating emote and it looks like it's standing there, like no, it should be like the peak movement of your scene, which this one, good job on it, AJ. It's like awesome
I can
and
never
good
find it. Yeah.
video. But yeah, like that'll be a hard one too, because it's not, I mean, it's just.
Well, I have a
like-
suggested thumbnail. It's in the document. If we can't do the crop version, then I'm fine with using the full body. But it would be best if we have the hands sort of out to the side because there's really nothing else in there that looks like that pose.
Yeah.
I will say, let's do as Rustan says and not ask and just try.
Yep.
Yeah.
Forgiveness,
And
not
see-
for permission.
Look around and let's find
That
out.
is like that should be our mission statement.
Could we
Honest,
try with
I've
the
said that.
thumbnail as well? Like I can design two, and we can have a backup one, and just see what they say.
Ruslan has changed my
down.
life because of that, Loki. I've said that like at least 3 times in this past
Oh.
week.
Oh my god, so Cozy is like actually making me pretty excited. He's like, I'm currently looking through the music selection for this mix. How long do you want the set to be for me to produce? Like he's excited too.
He's got something going on today too, I think. Bit Bears.
But Bears, really? They're having something.
Yeah,
so
like
nice.
something super spontaneous. I could
Yeah,
be
we
wrong,
may
but I
have to come
think
out.
We'll have to show up.
yeah.
I like their new build. From what Cozy was telling me is like in their new build that the lighting is actually like controlled. Like so in a way it's
Yeah.
like our step forward towards a like curated experience, like concert experience, like you know how I usually talk about seeing light engineers as being a light engineer as a
Yeah.
job one day in
Yeah.
the metaverse. That this could be the first step to that.
Yeah. His the party a couple weeks ago, he suddenly was like, "Sorry, I'm not talking much, guys. I'm controlling the lights." And then I was like, "Damn, okay, like you're." And then you look at it more carefully, and it was like totally in sync with it. So that's cool. So many smart people here.
Okay. Very many smart people here. Indeed. I just want to wrap us up here.
Oh, CK, I had a question about the wearable. And I just, like my first thought was brands like, okay, great. I can pay 12 mana, get my brand on this, but like maybe they are never even part of the CBD. And so I'm glad that we haven't really seen that. However, are we going to now like cut, if more people want to sponsor, are we cutting it? Because we're at like 47 names. And so we're pretty much like done, right? Because I would
We're-
hate. And then I noticed like AJ doesn't have his name on there. Argent isn't on there. Like a lot of the people that I know are active.
We are at 57, and AJ signed in this morning.
I left room
Yeah.
for a reason.
Well, I
Okay.
sent my money.
Okay, I
I,
just wanted to
sent you
make
guys
sure
my money like a week ago. I just didn't. I
You gotta
didn't
fill the
do
form out.
Your
Well,
money's no good for us, AJ.
Okay.
So yeah,
So
if we don't have the form filled out, then we might not know. Especially if it doesn't come from an ETH name, it's really hard to track that, like who that is.
Okay.
So right now with- sorry.
yeah. Sorry. Then yeah, I need also to fill the form because I was thinking it was just for the sponsors.
So yeah, and we're all sponsoring it, like everyone in the community.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
maybe Yeah.
So if you send the money, you're a sponsor, Argent. It's a way to think of it. Hey, Brandon, or anybody, why can't I? How do I apply a material to an object in Blender? For whatever reason, it's not.
Okay, you're in the object mode. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm not
I got
Is
this
the image
material.
okay?
Why isn't it showing it up on my object?
Go to edit mode,
Okay.
and then select all the faces,
Okay.
and then assign on the right side.
Okay.
And
You
then
just
put
paid
in-
for all these people.
Are you in render mode or
What?
material mode? Yeah, click the circle
What's
to the left of that.
Oh, there we
That
go.
one.
Jesus
Boom.
Christ.
Oh,
My logo's in the 1 year
This one?
the 1 year channel.
Thank you. I
So we
saw
look
that.
for Scott.
What's that, Brandon?
That work?
Yeah, I think so.
Perfect. Sweet.
Thank you.
CK, what were you saying? Somebody bought a bunch of spots?
Yeah, I don't know if it was Gucci Toe or Rustan or who, but somebody paid for.
Okay, it was Tank Poco. Her and I have been talking. Yeah, like she kind of just bounced ideas on who hasn't been put on the list and who should be on the list. So, yeah, Tank Poco put in the 52 for those 4. And yeah, to anyone that has any names in mind, I'll even like put in. I have 110 mana to put in towards this for any names that haven't been included.
Yeah, so there's
mine?
50s. There's
Mine,
50s.
please. I mean, I don't know if can be mine. Oh.
It's up to Sin. I'm cool with it.
Sure.
I would just ask to fill out the form, please. And then Sin, if you covered, just I guess we don't need the polyscan link because
I'll put it in after the form is filled out, and like I'll put it in manually.
I think right now I have room for like maybe 20 more names.
Maybe 20 more names. Oh man, I was over here like shit. We're almost at limit. Like there's
the thing
probably
is,
like.
But if you look at the picture in the chat, we have the whole section right below on the left side. I'm going to use those 2 rows on the left side for the sleeves, and then the top right section for the back.
Okay,
and that's those names are gonna change too because in the list I sent Brandon as like a place to start. Those had all of our names, and our names are gonna be the ones that are building and creating this stuff. Ours are gonna be logos. So we're gonna take our names out of those lists. So
that's a good
have
reference
space.
of space for that if you needed
So
that.
what if we don't, like, Canessa doesn't have a logo because she's just
Use your avatar in a circle, or I can help make something.
Grab a picture of a donut.
Just contain something in a shape
with a
partial
bite, so it looks out of it, so it looks like a C.
You're gonna make me actually create a logo finally? No, I do have a logo.
You have like
I've seen like UMAC, and it's her doing the fist bump, and it just says UMAC at her feet, and she uses that as her logo. I would just say whatever you do visually, like don't have it be really busy or complex and visual. Like keep it simple so that it's really.
I never do complicated things. I always just keep it so simple.
I need to send you a logo too, then I guess.
Yeah, just drop it in the CBD.
Do you need my logo or do you already have yours? Okay, cool.
Let's all just drop them here for Brandon.
Hey,
Okay, Brandon.
Madamus, are you out there?
In productivity?
Yep, I'm here.
No, in the CBD 1 year, please.
Okay.
Can you just check out this bubble? How does this look? It's 300 tries.
Not a bubble.
Yeah, looks perfect.
Okay. Do you want it to be doubled and flipped, or is just one-sided okay.
What does that mean? Like if you're inside the bubble, like you
Yeah,
wouldn't
if
see a
you're
texture,
inside,
or
it's not gonna you're not gonna see anything.
does it have colliders? If you can't, if it has colliders and you can't go through it, I guess then
It doesn't have any colliders. I could put a really simple icosphere so that people can't go through it, but I don't know what these are for, so I wasn't gonna put colliders because it doesn't increase the file size. I can't hear you, Madamus. Oh shit! I think I just went mute or something. Hello? Can you guys still hear me?
oh, you're chopping up a little bit.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you now.
Okay.
Yeah, that should be fine. I mean, even anything, just we can always change it later if you make any updates that you feel like, but
Okay.
get it all in place in the code.
Where do you want me to? Do you want me to just DM this to you then?
Yeah, it should be small enough, right?
Yep. Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
I'll save it as a GLP and DM it to you. Thank
And
you.
for the images,
Yeah.
I think the best thing will be if you upload it and then yeah, just keep a list of all the URLs in
Okay.
like a JavaScript like list. If you could just I'll send you the format, and then if you then you'll just paste that over to me whenever it's full.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you.
Yep.
Where's the form? Sorry, also is in the CBD 1 year, right?
CBD 1 year, it's in the first thread from planning.
Okay, cool.
I got a link to it right now. Shit, I thought I had it. Yeah, I got it right here.
Thank you.
Yeah. Because I just filled it out. Because I don't follow directions and I don't
Me neither.
do what I'm supposed to.
I was thinking it was not for me all this time. I mean, I was thinking it was for extra sponsors.
I thought the same thing. We were just
We
like,
should have
okay,
done it.
send us your money, and then I thought the other thing was for like, like Decentraland or, whatever.
Yeah, yeah,
Anyway.
exactly. Correct.
Would implore you to take a moment to read.
What?
As we didn't say it was what you were thinking. That was never mentioned. It was an assumption.
You're talking crazy talk.
Yeah.
No.
Read? You want me, a literacy instructor, to actually read something?
It seems we are both of the same kind. So
No, everyone's busy. I get it. That was just a joke. I guess to just kind of wrap it up, because I feel like we've kind of wrapped it up. I feel pretty good about everything. I think everyone kind of knows what we need to do over the next 48 hours to crunch time and finalize this. Let me know if there are any graphics I need to update. I will work on an alt thumbnail. That is just pretty basic. Yes. And then I will keep bugging y'all over the next 48 hours to make sure everyone's finishing and sending and getting everything done. Let's try to close submissions end of day tomorrow if we can for everything. So let's make sure for the people we've been communicating with that haven't filled out the form to get them to fill out the form, even if we haven't sent the content, just because we need to get that in there so we know who, what, and when, and where, because if it's not in the form, it will not be included, unfortunately. And we just have to keep to that. There's too many moving parts right now. And yeah, good job, everybody. It's been so fun. I'm so excited.
Can I share something completely different now that we're done with this business? Something completely different.
Whenever you want to
Yes,
talk.
Monty Python us.
Got it. Go
Okay.
for it.
Okay, I'm gonna put a link in the chatty chat, and I'm so glad we're calling the emote the chatty chat. It's called intercom.decentraland.org. I got some DMs from Pablo from Paliwin. Basically, the foundation is working on improving support in Decentraland. And I know that some of you have seen this in the lower right-hand corner, but like this is it's like a new thing. It's a little different than the one that just exists there. Let me see the scope. I'm just going to read this to you. What Paliwin sent me. The scope of the support team is to support all the users of the platform. So that's users, players, content creators. When more technical issues are encountered, SDK, for example, we consult the teams within the foundation. So support can be reached through this live chat option. And then there's also an email, and there's also Discord, Reddit, Telegram, that sort of thing. But the main thing is they want people to test it out. So just start telling people about this and start using it. So if you have discovered something that you think works better, go to intercom.decentraland.org and just start talking to the people there. There's actually people there that are staffing this, and I don't know if it's like a service that they paid for, if these are people that are just from foundation. But yeah, just start using this, and for good and for bad things, because things aren't going to get better until the people that are in charge of changing it to make it better know about it, and this is the channel that we can use. I know that there have been a number of different channels, but this is the one that they're telling us about now, so I just wanted to encourage people to use this channel. I'll also say something about this on CBD tomorrow, but I just found out about this, so I wanted to tell you guys about it right now. Thank you.
Is that HP's little face?
Maybe.
When it says hi, how we can help, and it has the 3 little bubbles at the top, it looks like the picture that I've seen people share of HP in the Dow Discord.
You're just going to get the answer no. How can we help? No.
When I interviewed for the
My graphics card isn't working. No.
Computer says no.
No.
So let me
Have you
look.
ever seen that? Have you ever seen computer says no?
No.
I don't think so.
No.
Oh my God.
No.
It's hilarious.
No.
Little Britain.
No.
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 Sorry, I cannot find the document.
The form? The Google form?
Form?
Yeah, the form.
It's in the chat. Odd shared it.
So if you click on the speech bubble in the upper right-hand corner.
Let me
You
see.
see it?
Oh, thank you. Yes, yes. I see it now.
It doesn't look like HP, but it might be
Okay,
because I've
Cozy
only
will
seen
have
HP
his set
with,
wrapped up by tomorrow evening. He says he is even more excited because he felt like there were like restrictions. He's like, I try to keep it PG when I play for someone else, and I'm like, no, chaos is acceptable.
Oh, that's awesome.
We'll just have to like let people know,
For us, fuck it. We're
you're bringing your children here.
Don't bring. I don't think anyone's. Well, Stony might bring little Stony, but little Stony will appreciate
We're
the.
little Stony's uncles and aunts,
Yeah. No, bring your kids to the big fluffy bears. What's the worst that could happen?
I put a computer says no in the chat box. Seriously, check it out. It's freaking hilarious.
It will be 1.5 gigs. Okay.
Oh, okay. Is he gonna upload that to the form, or is he gonna send that to you directly?
I'm gonna say perfect. Just submit that to the form, and if
Yeah,
not,
tell him to put it on like a Google Drive link. And then
he said
submit
it was.
the-
He said he was gonna put it on the WeTransfer link.
Perfect. Yeah,
Even better.
that's great.
Okay.
Otherwise, it'll
Sinful.
upload it to my drive, and I need to double check I have enough space for that. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't want to like have it mess up and upload. So yeah, I think it's perfect.
Sinful. I am putting you in the share public, blah blah blah.
Oh,
Let you know.
On the TX, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Just put sinful, and I'll change that later, or
See?
in like a few minutes.
Da 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 da. Ready to send. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And now I'm gonna change. I don't have mana yet. Oh, I think I have the it. Do I have mana? I don't know.
Cubes. I your chat in general. Be on mute. I'm making a salad.
I'm gonna stop streaming since
Sounds good.
we're done.
Why?
Oh well, I mean we're done with the business of the FAFO. That was kind of the whole point of this. So I figured we didn't need it to be streamed anymore. Also, it'll save my computer's resources.